My name is Sanna Abrahamsson. I'm going to present to you how we at the Bioinformatics core facility in Gothenburg transitioned from face-to-face learning to online learning during the pandemic. We formed an online teaching model using student surveys, which I will present for you today. Bioinformatics core facility is one of 6 technological platforms at Gothenburg University that gives supporting research projects, contributes to method development and education. Our aim with this study is to determine the most suitable learning design for online short practical courses within bioinformatics. This is the overall structure before the pandemic. We follow a course format that is based on John Dewey's Learn by Doing theory. We start with 1 hour lecture per topic, followed by a 6 to 8 hours practical. We also had Q&A sessions for the students to ask questions about the session topics. We give the following courses in the order presented: Bioinformatics and Genomics, R programming, Unix with application to NGS data, gene expression analysis using R, and next generation sequencing analysis. The surveys are our course evaluations, and we have gathered them for every course since they were implemented. The earliest started at 2013 and the last 2019. We have been using the evaluations for improving the courses every year. Regarding the survey design, we have 1 survey per course. We have a quantitative scale where 1 is poor and 5 is excellent. We have a qualitative section ranging from 4 to 7 questions. These are general questions regarding improvements or overall design of the course. These were encoded based on the standard content analysis framework. In 2020, when the transition from on-site to online took place, we had 75 students with 65 complete surveys. Around half and half were females or males. The distribution of completed surveys in each course is shown in this pie chart. On-site, we had 1 hour lecture and 6 to 8 hours practical. As on-site, there are more micro breaks, fika breaks, and lunch breaks. It's easier for the students to keep the concentration. The teacher can also see if the students get tired and can suggest for short leg stretches. Here is the online format of the R course, but the overall structure is the same for all our online courses. We start the courses at 9 o'clock with 1 hour lecture, the same as before. Then we have a 20 minutes coffee break to make sure that the students are rested. After the break, the students work with the practical till 12 o'clock. As shown in this comment from a student, they like that the lectures are short and that the course is very practical. The students are satisfied as they can easier keep the concentration during the lecture. On the teacher side, there is a decrease in workload with the shorter day course format. As the sessions are shorter compared to the on-site format, we introduced more self-study time slots in the schedule. This increases the students' responsibility, and this is a good exercise for the students to practice prioritizing. We also made sure that we only covered 1 topic per week, and we set the deadlines for the practicals to the Sunday to make sure that they work with only 1 topic at the same time. The slots for self-study should be enough for the students to use to finish things up. But in case they have a busy week, they also have the weekend to work on the practicals. The response as shown in this comment from a student is that they like that they can choose when they want to spend time on the assignments. They also like that the due date of the assignment is at the end of the week, so they can choose to work on the task during the weekend if the week is busy, which is a common issue for the PhD students. This does, of course, set more responsibility towards the students, which is shown in the second comment, where the student says it was hard to prioritize at first, but later on it became easier. This could also be due to the very unusual situation of the pandemic in the beginning, where there was a lot on everyone's mind until people started to get used to the new weekday with the restrictions to adapt to. BING, or Bioinformatics and Genomics, was the first course to be altered to the online format. As for everyone else, we needed to adapt to the change quickly. At the beginning, we had technical issues and the servers on the meeting platforms were a bit unstable. So we started with reading material in form of teachers' notes on the lecture slides. We also tried to record the lectures beforehand and put them on our teaching platform. At the end of the course, the servers got more stable, so we started introducing the real-time lectures via Zoom. We then asked the students what teaching format they preferred, and they clearly stated that they preferred real-time via Zoom, as shown here. This is as expected, as with the other formats, we're losing the students-teacher interactions. If the students have any questions, it's better to ask in real time so they don't get stuck on the following topics as well. We continued asking what the students prefer in the succeeding courses, and now the absolute majority wants lectures in real time. We think this can also be a sign that the students are getting used to the online meeting platform. Although live lectures are preferred, many students still want the lectures as offline material. Therefore, we recorded the Zoom sessions and uploaded them to the teacher's platform. This was appreciated by the student, as shown in this comment, where the student stated it was a big relief to be able to go back and watch the instructions. As the sessions are shorter, it's important to increase the opportunities for the students to ask questions. We introduced the Q&A sessions and put them throughout the week to make sure that the student did not get stuck working by themselves. As it was easier on-site to in person find what the students found more complicated and then to take it up together in class, we included a more detailed walkthrough for the online sessions, where the teacher goes through the previous practical in detail before introducing a new topic. We stuck with one topic per week, as mentioned before, to make sure that the students could focus only on that. We also introduced a small anonymous quiz before the new topic to repeat what the students have learned and to increase the interaction. Something that was appreciated, as shown in this comment, talking about the Q&A session and instructor accessibility. There are more interaction between the students on site. Many sit next to each other and they can choose if they want to work in pairs or not. They also help each other out when they get stuck. For the gene expression course, where the students have started to get used to the online learning format, and which was the first course in autumn, we asked them how they prefer to work, in group or by themselves. In gene expression, most students prefer to work alone. In the succeeding courses, we saw that more students would prefer to work in groups. One reason for this could be that they were not used to Zoom in the beginning. Most people kept their camera off when they were placed together in breakout rooms. But in later courses, the students started to use their camera more, which makes us think that they needed some time to adapt to the online form. This is also mentioned in the following comment, which stated that it was more difficult in the beginning, but with time, the student got less shy. Whether or not they want to work in groups also, of course, depends on the topics. Working through steps in a practical regarding analysis of NGS might allow for more discussion compared to sit and write the script. But it's important to keep the interactions, as networking is key in a good research environment. We wanted to see if there was a significant decrease between the new online version of the course compared to the on-site counterpart the previous year. The scale ranged from 1 being poor and 5 being excellent. There is no significant difference comparing 2019 with 2020 in organization or in quality for the different courses. But there is a difference in the R course when looking at quantity. The students commented that they wanted more reading material in that course. All courses are generally highly scored in both 2020 and 2019, with a mean score around 4 throughout the courses. Here we look at the different topics in each course to see if there is a significant difference between the topics in 2019 compared to 2020. We did not have a survey regarding the topics in Bing course, as this was the first course being altered due to the pandemic. We also did not include the Unix, as we had not included the topic survey during the previous years. The teachers have been the same since 2017, so the result here is not due to the different teachers. We can see in this analysis that the teachers deliver the content in a consistent manner. There is no overall difference. However, for the NGS course, we had comments about us increasing the material in the course and changing the assignments from answering questions to write a formal report. And we see this for the QCN mapping, the RNA-seq, and the functional genomics. The report made the students feel that the workload was too high. And we will, of course, change this in the upcoming course. Doing these comparisons are difficult as we're not taking the students' background into account. Some students already have knowledge about the topics when taking the course, while for some, the topics are totally new for them. Therefore, the answers to these questions are subjective and can differ from year to year. As comparison to other efforts, we interviewed 2 teachers from NBIS, a national bioinformatic infrastructure in Sweden that also provides training in a similar setup as ours. The courses in focus were Introduction to Bioinformatics using NGS data and single-cell RNA-seq analysis. Nothing major was changed. They kept these 2 courses full-time, but they added extra breaks. The courses got overall high ratings, 4.7 out of 5 for Introduction to Bioinformatics, and 75% of the students in single-cell RNA-seq analysis thought it was good with the online format, but they still missed the teacher-student interaction. These findings suggest that there don't need to be any critical changes when transforming a well-established course to online setting. This is the course design we propose for a short online course at graduate level, and this is based on the students' preferences. So we suggest 1 topic per week for the students to focus on, and if there is something they should hand in, it's best to put the deadline before the next topic is introduced. There should be multiple self-study sessions, and there are also multiple Q&A sessions to make sure that the students get the help they need. We also suggest to have an anonymous quiz before a next topic is introduced, together with the detailed walkthrough that goes through the previous practical before the next topic. And of course, do not miss the course evaluations. You're able to improve the course further. Our conclusion is that our modified online format was equally validated as their on-site version. Students really appreciate short and synchronized sessions where the lectures are recorded and made available for future access. They want the opportunity of allocating their study time as they see fit, and they appreciate multiple channels to corroborate their learning. Teachers save time with the online format, and we're able to accept students from the other side of the world. Our proposed format can be applied for other types of courses and can be used as an alternative approach for teaching. Finally, we thank the teaching staff at Bioinformatics Core Facility, Special mention to Jari and Alina for valuable comments to the manuscripts. Thanks to Malin and Åsa that shared about their experience with the online transition at NBIS. Thanks to SSF for funding, and of course, thanks to the 2020 course participants. Finally, thank you for your attention. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them now.